Hello, hello.
Welcome back to Cup of CelebriTEA.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening. Okay, so let's start off with you and your one thing.
All right, so in the news that I saw and was excited for was Adele coming out with new music, and apparently her divorce is finally finalized. So everyone's just like, "Oh, this is gonna be a bomb ass album." 30, and yeah, I love Adele music, and I can't wait.
Same, and she has a new boo.
Oh yeah, it's someone. Oh god, it's something related to basketball, right?
I didn't look him up, but she did post him on her Instagram, so I'm like, it's official, and he is a brother. Also, I feel like Adele, a long time ago, she said in an interview that she would only release 3 albums, and they're like, why? And she's like, I love a trilogy. But of course, going through a divorce, and I heard it's like this kind of like industry, not like a secret, but Adele is just so powerful, prominent, and record breaking that a lot of artists are scared to release singles or albums the same time that Adele is releasing. So they'll wait for her to release it first, then they'll release it, because once you release your song and a week later, if Adele's out, like, you're not going to make number one. Adele has a lot of hits, Grammys, and her little introduction video to a new era. I liked it a lot, especially with the old cassette tape and her driving off in the car and her amazing eyeliner in the mirror.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I'm ready to get emotional.
October 15th is the date that she has in her caption. We're marking that on our calendars. I'm ready for
Yes.
Adele music.
Okay. Well, speaking of music, I just got an email that my Taylor Swift Red CD is going to be shipping 1 week early. So I'm going to get it 1 week earlier than expected. I'm so excited for that too. It's a 30-song album, and yeah, I'm excited for that.
Well, I already talked to Lynn about this, but I was on Jonas Brothers TikTok and they were going crazy because they think that the Jonas Brothers and Taylor Swift are going to have a song together, perhaps in this album, since I mean, there's going to be 30 songs. But Joe Jonas posted like a small video and it said, and then the song was Welcome to New York. And then Nick Jonas posted a video and the song was Me by Taylor Swift. And then Joe Jonas posted a photo in front of a pizza shop and put a pizza emoji. Oh my god, I forgot what the whole. Anyways, and then Nick Jonas said something about pizza, and then Taylor Swift commented iconic with a pizza emoji. And there's just all these like hidden messages. I mean, this could be a far reach, but at the same time, like Taylor Swift is known to put these little hints and like be strategic. So I mean, they already know each other. Like they're already connected. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, and now that she's totally over him.
Yeah, I'm giving her their babies gifts.
Yes. So I feel like I haven't been in the Taylor Swift Reddit page in a very long time, but I'm sure there's a thread about Joe Jonas and Nick Jonas, which I will look through later. Speaking of Taylor Swift and music, her bestie Selena Gomez has a song coming out with Coldplay. The title is "Let Someone Go." I watched her story. They had a little snippet, and I was like, okay, so is Selena coming out with a new album? Allegedly, she's working with Drake, but Lord knows. Anyways, there's a lot of
You seem like
um
you're not into Selena Gomez creating an album.
here's the thing. Like Selena, I feel like her forte is definitely acting. Speaking of, like, a lot of people I know have been watching Only Murders in the Building, and they've been saying it's hilarious. And my coworkers who are a little bit older, they like it because of Steve Martin and the other older actor. But then I feel like my friends like it because Selena Gomez is in it. So there's like, I feel like there's someone for everyone in there. And I do feel like Selena has great comedic timing because I used to watch her on Wizards of Waverly Place, and she has good comedic timing. She's very sarcastic, dry, and I feel like her timing is good. So I feel like when it comes to music, it's like, I don't know, I feel like she just did it, and I'm not gonna lie, she had some great autotune bops. Like, I love a Selena Gomez moment, but I'm like, is the music really for her? Like,
It's just something that she keeps trying at.
yeah, I wonder if it's kind of like a cash grab for her because she's like, you know what, like the fans love my music. Anyway, two more musicians on my quick sips list. Okay, I guess we just went from the fun stuff to now it's like not so fun because Lizzo is receiving backlash for wanting a picture with Chris Brown, taking a picture with him, and before that she was saying, yeah, like you're literally my most favorite person in the whole wide world.
Ooh.
So have you heard that she was getting backlash for it?
No, I did not hear this. Where did this happen? Like, what are the details?
So, Chris Brown, he looks really skinny in the photo, but she's wearing like this pink plaid outfit. And then she saw him and she wanted to take a picture with him. And then her friend wanted to get into the picture as well, making a group photo. And she's like, no, get out of my way. Like, I want a solo pic with him. And then they took a picture together. And then her friend came in and her friend is wearing a matching pink outfit too. And it's really interesting because in my notes, I write the separation of the artist and the art. And there's a lot of like Twitter commotion saying that people need to understand that Lizzo is a celebrity, but she's also human, and humans are problematic, and she's not perfect. But also, a lot of people are like, you should know better because, you know, Chris Brown is an abuser, and he has a very problematic past. And I don't know, I feel like it really plays into like the parasocial theme of our podcast. It's like these artists and celebrities, like, do they owe us perfection, or do they just owe us like content and music and production of the arts, or like do they also owe us a relationship as like a friend?
Yeah, that's tough because I mean that's I'm going deep into that topic.
Go as deep as you want to get.
I mean, I feel like as a celebrity, yeah, it kind of comes with the job that hello, you have all these eyes on you, and you're obviously like you're an idol to someone. I mean, how do you not go into a profession, this profession, thinking like, oh, people are gonna idolize me and copy me and care about what I think and say? So there, hearing this because I am Chris Brown hater. I will stand by that. And I mean, hearing that though from about Lizzo, like I think that's just like a personal issue if that bothers you. Cause I mean yeah, I hate Chris Brown, but at the same time I'm like, what does that do for me that if she loves him? Like that doesn't affect me. And I guess people because people around me are like they love Chris Brown and I've had to deal with being like F him, like he's not a good person and his mistakes don't yeah, that whole spiel. But I mean, yeah, it kind of is like, ugh, can't believe she's a fan of it. Can't believe she would say like I'm. What did she say? I'm like your
She's
biggest
like,
fan.
you're literally my most favorite person in the whole wide world.
I'm like no, do not claim that. But I mean, she could be a fan of who she wants to be a fan of, and I mean, it sounds like a personal problem if people are like actively hating on her for that.
It's an interesting take. Yes, I am definitely not the biggest Chris Brown supporter, and I would never pay for his CD or concerts. I will not give that I will not give that man a penny of my money. And it's really interesting because I bring this up because I was watching another celebrity YouTube video and I commented, do celebrities only owe us their art, like their music, their movies, or do they owe us interaction as well, whether that be like commenting back to us on Instagram, liking our tweets, or you know, having these YouTube channels where they like let us into the behind the scenes of their life and stuff like that. And only one person replied back to me and they said both. So it's really interesting. And the other comments on Twitter were saying that, well, I'm gonna stop streaming rumors, and someone was like, well, rumors flopped anyways. So it's just like it's insane how we have these kind of like relationships with celebrities where we let them in our lives and minds enough where they disappoint us. And it's interesting because you know fans feed the banks of these celebrities, so it's like I agree there is a level of responsibility and also the pressure at the same time to be perfect. It's a crazy balance.
Yeah, you know what? I think I mean, celebrities definitely giving us their personal lives. I feel like that wasn't a thing until social media. Like before, it was just their art that we received, and like judging them based off the character they portrayed to the public. And honestly, I think that is all that they deserve to give us. But if they do choose to show their personal life, then I think as an audience, we do start to develop that relationship of that's back and forth, and we deserve to have that communication with that celebrity. So I think that's on the celebrity. If they choose to open up, then that definitely opens it up for the public. But I mean, you don't have to. Like, if you're an actor and you don't want to share your private life, then you don't. Just give us your work, give us your art. Um, but I mean, Lizzo has opened up her private life, and so many other actors too. Because I think especially with social media, I think they felt like they had to. But I mean, I think everyone's learning now, like, not to share, so that they don't feel like the audience deserves to know about their private life. So I mean, yeah, social media definitely like changed that, and we're learning from it now.
Yes. It's definitely a Pandora's box, and it's like, of course, everyone should be free to post and say whatever they want, but I think when you are such a public figure, like, you have to think twice before you post the story, I mean. And I think it makes me think of like Selena Gomez, how she has really like restricted herself on social media. She doesn't really post that often, and she hardly shares about like her personal life, and a lot of it has just been about her makeup, her Hulu show, and like her cooking show. So I can see how she is changing too. And I feel like God, why do I want to bring up Kylie? But I feel like when Kylie let people into her life about her being a mom and sharing pictures of Stormy, like, it definitely made people interested if she were to get pregnant again, and she is. But also at the same time, it also helped her brand too, because a lot of people didn't like her, but now that she's a mom, like, people like her. And I definitely had I put in one pinky toe in of like liking her, because she seems to be a good mom.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a deal with the devil, really. Like, you're like, okay, are you ready to share? But this is what it comes with. And I just learned today that I didn't realize Hailey Bieber only allows comments from people that she follows.
Oh.
So, yeah, she doesn't even get comments from like general public. It's only people that she follows. And I'm like, wow, that's smart. That's another way to kind of just keep your bubble small.
Yes, Frank Ocean's Instagram is that way too.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
so
I'm a private person.
yeah, and I feel like for Haley, I can definitely understand her position, especially with like the crazy Jelena stans, like always commenting and being so toxic, and also her just protecting her mental health. Like, I think for her, especially, I think being married to someone so high profile,
Mm-hmm.
oh Lord, I think that's a Pandora's box you definitely don't want to open. But anyway, I think it's fine that I brought up Kylie, because as we know, her Kylie Swim collection has come out, and of course, it's a travesty, and I don't know why I relish in it, but
Dude, I do too. Like, it just proves to show that everything they touch doesn't always turn to gold. And I mean, I'm sure she like, oh my god, the how expensive those suits are. I'm sure they made lots of money. But I went on. Did you go on the Instagram and like check out comments too?
I
Like,
didn't. I only watched the TikTok videos, and the one girl compared the swimsuit size to her Target and her other bikinis, and the badang area is so much tinier.
I
It's just like,
know.
who is this protecting? Like, who is this swimsuit for?
Seriously, those tiny ass pieces of fabric. And like how sheer they are too. I mean, who does quality control? Someone called Creed Bratton, because he needs to check this out. But
No, not Creed Brown, because he didn't know he was quality assurance. He was like, quality assurance.
true. Okay, so I wonder what the next plan of action is for Kylie Swim, because she's about to launch this whole baby product whole thing. Like, um, you need to do some damage control, because no, no, no. Now I'm like, if I mean I don't have a child, but if I had a child, I'd be like X-nay on Kylie baby products because she can't even take care of swimwear. Like I'm
Mhm.
not gonna put her products on my baby.
God, I kind of had a little bit, tiny little bit of hope for Kylie Swim because I do admit Kylie does have these really beautiful tropical vacations, and her swimsuits are always very different and unique and cute. Granted, it's on her plastic surgery body, but you would think like she would take some inspiration from the things that she liked, and she would come out with these really great swimsuits. But the fact that they're see-through, and everyone knows if you put something see-through on and you go swimming or something, it becomes even more see-through. What, who is on her team? Like at this point I'm just like, you need to hire me because you're not doing any quality control. Like who's packing these packages? Who's trying them on? Like did the models get different outfits? I feel like the models got different suits. And they when they went to actually make it, they forgot to put the second layer of the swimsuit.
Seriously, and it seems like it's for like just they have like one model that these swimsuits are made for. But I mean, on their Instagram page, they have like different body types as well. But I'm just like, I wonder if they're even wearing these swimsuits. Like, they're wearing samples that work better than the ones that people are actually getting. And I'm
Yeah,
glad I didn't purchase any of those products.
I agree. I think the models got the best swimsuits. And one thing that kind of like I've been catching my eye on is that like in a lot of companies nowadays they will have like a variety and diversity of body sizes, but with the actual products that real people buy, not just models, like it doesn't turn out to look like what it looks like on the model. So I feel like even sometimes, even though they have like women of all sizes, it's still photoshopped. So it's still not realistic. Even though those are real models with real bodies, like what we get at the end after post production, it's still not real.
Dude, this brings me to I forgot what I was watching, but they were talking about like these products that are promoted by like celebrities and such, and like or not even celebrities, like just in general companies, like they put up this face like, oh yeah, we care about have like being diverse in our models. We care about different body shapes. We care about Black Lives Matter, but like do they care about these things or is it just a trend for them? They're like, okay, let's make sure we put this out so we don't get bothered with this. And it's just like, who cares? Who actually cares about like these issues and people's body types and all that stuff? And this, yeah, to me, Kylie Swim was a cash grab.
Yeah, we know Rihanna cares. And see, I feel like that's the thing too. It's like with these celebrities, like they'll say this, but they'll do another thing. So it's like you shouldn't have even said it at all because you're not even living up to what you're saying. It's like all these companies saying, we value inclusion, we value diversity. By the way, our board of directors are all white and male.
Yes.
Which is like, anyways, I feel like we're getting way off. See, this is what Kylie does to us. Kylie doesn't I feel like she doesn't understand the capacity of her actions. It's like you are more than just Kylie Cosmetics. Like if you're trying to create a company, you need to realize what your company is going to do, and it's just like I don't know if she just thought this through. If she was it just seems like she's just those rich people who are like, "Oh, I want to do this." And mommy's just like, "Okay, do it."
Yeah. Kris Jenner. The devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
Okay, I have one last thing about Kylie. I guess people had saw her, Travis, and Stormy at the Houston Zoo, and supposedly they were like cutting in line to ride rides. And I'm just like, oh dear Lord, here we go, privilege.
Wait, but doesn't every celebrity?
I feel like she's rich enough to shut it down for a whole day, like reserve her a whole day and have her just have her own privacy and stuff. Because she did that for Travis Scott. She rented out Six Flags for the whole day for his birthday, so all his friends could ride the rides. And like long time ago in college, I worked at Pop Bar, and the guy across from us worked at the smoothie place, and he worked in like special guest relations at Disneyland. And one time his guests were Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. And they get their own private like things. They don't have to go in the regular people lines. So you would think that that's what Kylie would do. Is just like have her own private show.
So they were just straight up like going to the front of the line and like, oh, it's our turn.
Yeah.
Oh, someone called guest relations.
I know, and I was like, really? Really? Like, come on, Kylie. Like, I feel like you could have done better by just like renting the zoo. That would have been obnoxious, but at least you wouldn't have to like cut other people in line, the regular people.
Yeah, she's not looking too good.
It's never good for her over here. I think I have two more things. Okay, should I think I'll save the worst for last. Okay, two things. One thing is good, one thing is not good. I'm going to talk about the good thing. So, did we mention that Bretman Rock posed for Playboy?
Oh no, we have not talked about that, but ooh, child look good.
That was so awesome, so cool. And of course, there was going to be haters because people are ignorant and homophobic. But like, I was like, oh my God, that's just so amazing. Like, of course, you want to pick someone who exudes confidence, sexiness, and who is just so comfortable in their body. And I feel like definitely Bretman Rock is that. And I think it was so unexpected, but like, okay, that totally makes sense because he's so confident in himself. And that's what you want for, the brand of Playboy is to be confident in your own body. And I loved it. And he was like the first guy ever and the first
He
openly
wasn't
gay as well.
actually. I forgot where I read this, but oh my god, I need to like look this up.
There was
But
another guy
yeah,
that maybe it was because he was the first gay
he's the
guy.
first, yeah, first openly gay male cover. Oh no, okay. Puerto Rican trap artist Bad Bunny was the first male to grace the cover of Playboy. But
Oh,
Bretman's the first gay male to be on the cover. Yeah, so I don't know why people are giving him hate. And like honestly, I can't think of anyone who is more deserving than Bretman. Like you said, like he's always just like exemplifies confidence and bad bitch energy and just a positive influencer in like the space.
yes, I love that for him, and I find no qualms that he was on Playboy. And it's like, who else is gonna top him now? Like, who? Last topic, and I feel like we just gotta get this out there. But I feel like it's very fitting for me to talk about it because Predator alert.
Oh
R.
no.
Kelly rumored to be potentially in the future giving out names of other predatory celebrities to possibly reduce his sentence, what have you. He's gonna snitch. Oh my God.
I mean, are these other predators that he worked closely with or something? Like, how does this even work? Like, I thought, okay, like when I think of like, I don't know what the proper term is, but being a tattletale in like under the court of law, like it's because like you were in a group with like a bunch of people, and then you're gonna tell on them in order to lessen your sentence. So, is that the case? Is it other people he's been predators alongside with? Like,
Right? I think so. I think that's totally possible that he engaged in acts with like other people. But I think also, I feel like his house was like a dungeon, it had those rooms where it's like very dark and whatever. And I feel like he may have like, sold these girls off to certain celebrities for a price. Um, I would not doubt it. So it's very interesting. Not in a positive way, like, oh my God, so fun. Like, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out, whose name he throws out there. Will he even make it alive? Is something gonna happen to him? Is he gonna be the next Jeffrey Epstein?
I was just about to say, I'm like, this is remind me of Jeffrey Epstein and his freaking plane log or whatever. Like, is there a dungeon log that we've now discovered? That is disgusting, first of all. And I mean, to think that other people are also associated, like, with R. Kelly and then joining in, like, Hollywood, you need a makeover.
Mhm. Oh my God, Hollywood needs its own Hollywood makeover. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of glitz and glam to Hollywood, but there's a lot of darkness and scary stuff. But that is it for now. We will see who he rats out.
Seriously, this is gonna definitely be interesting. I mean, I want to hear names because, yeah, I mean, like, let's bring these people out. I want to know who they are. Like, let's get rid of all the predators.
Okay, that was my 30-minute spiel.
Thanks, Lynn, for carrying the episode.
Oh, okay, wait, let's end it on a little bit of a better note rather than R. Kelly. Okay, so we like to share what we've been watching or listening to, and of course, we pay attention to the trending topics. And then Squid Game has been such a trending topic with all the memes and everything. I am still on the first episode of Squid Game. I think I'm on the first like half
Girl,
of it.
you're ahead of me. I see all the memes and all the TikToks about it, and I keep telling my boyfriend, I'm like, we need to freaking watch this because I keep hearing about it. But yeah, it's definitely on my need to watch list because I need to see that.
And there's like an Instagram blinking game with it.
Yeah,
Have you
I
seen
played
that?
that. I played it, and I don't even know I don't understand the story behind it.
Yeah, and my friend said it gets really good like once you are past like the third episode. So I'm gonna try to give it another to at least push through, but it's because I've also been watching Kim's Convenience, which is like a Toronto-based show on Netflix, and I only watched it because it's on my post Shang-Chi high, and Simu Liu is actually in it when he was way younger and less buff, and you can totally tell that he looks way younger too. And yes, in the show he does take his shirt off. Yeah, the show it's like funny, and I just love because it talks about like, immigrant parents and, being second generation, and I can definitely relate to it having to be like a translator and the broken English and things like that.
Well, what I've been listening to, I was actually just listening to this before speaking with you. I was listening to an episode of Wild Till Nine with Laura DIY, and her boyfriend Jeremy, and it's the episode with Manny MUA and Laura. They were actually just talking about the Ace family and how their house is in foreclosure. Catherine is actually her 1212 Gateway, I believe it's what it's called, her makeup or her
Skincare line.
line is she's getting sued by her partner because apparently like she just stopped promoting the brand for who knows what reason, probably because all the issues going on between behind the scenes. And I don't know if Austin has solved his little boxing match debacle. But yeah, so I was just listening to that, and they were concerned about the children. I'm concerned about the children. I used to watch Little Ace Family back then. So that's what I was listening to.
I love that you brought up the Ace family because let it be known, I don't care about them. Like, I am loving their downfall. Like, thank God finally that someone's exposing how ridiculous and shady and fake they are. And I can't believe they're actually genuinely friends with Kylie. But anyway, I watched Static John, who is the husband of a very big beauty influencer, Katie, aka Lusterlux. And he actually did an Instagram live where he was at Pomona at the court where when your house is going to be on foreclosure, like the banks do
An
an
option,
auction on it,
yeah.
and it actually got delayed to October 12th, I think. And so, yeah, they're explaining the situation. Like, they're trying to sell the house for $10 million because they did all the renovations. It actually used to be two houses on a very big lot, and they did the two houses, they combined it together, and then there's like a empty lot possibly for like a smaller home, their personal gym, what have you. But the houses around the block are only like 800,000 to 1 million, which is still really expensive. But it doesn't make sense to have a home where you're trying to sell it for 10 million, but the other homes are going only for 1 million. So it's like, how are you going to sell it? And we all know Austin is trash, Catherine is shady, and they released they uploaded this one video and then they took it down, and you just see them kind of like trying to get their ish together for the vlog, and she'll start it, and then Austin's telling her what to say, and then she'll say something, and then she'll pause, and then she'll say something again. It's like, okay, you guys, like, are you trying to make us realize you're human and relatable?
Dude, yeah, they were like faking a cut on their son's face, and then they wanted to hide it from the camera. I'm just like, I don't know. And that house is ridiculous. Like, did you watch the house tour? It is like I don't understand why a family of five needs to live there. Like, it could fit like four families in there. So, just damn.
No, I refuse to get them any views. I'm just like that this couple is just so ridiculous. First of all, you know they're not even legally married, but they call each other husband and wife. Second of all, like they have so many scandals, like the Tesla car giveaway, the fundraising of this basketball event. They were gonna give it to someone. Like they even hosted a giveaway to have a sleepover a long time ago at their house, but they just ended up inviting their cousins or something, like inviting people they knew, giving the money for the fundraiser to someone they knew.
Not paying their boxers for their match.
Oh God. And Austin is so ugly. Not only is he ugly on the outside, but the inside, he's just so arrogant. And the one time that I watched their video, like I could tell he likes a specific side of his face, so he's always angles his face to the camera. And when they faked that robbery with the rent-a-cops, oh Lord.
Dude, I was just watching an interview with Tana Mojo, and she was talking about, because they were like, oh, like how is it when you like see these celebrities that you talk about, or it's not celebrities, these influencers that you always talk about, and she's like I talk about a lot of influencers, but there's only very few that she actually like hates. And one of them she said was like Austin McBroom. I hate him, so like she'll like she doesn't care about that. Like if she were run into him, like she doesn't like him at all. But she said those are the one of the influencers that she absolutely hates. And like there was one story that she told where Catherine was calling her crying, saying like why did like oh what was Austin doing, like where was he, because I guess they were like at a party together. And she was like she found an earring in Austin's car, and then Tana like she has no idea who that earring was, but I guess Austin told Catherine that he was with Tana, and then she asked Tana if that was her earring, and then Tana covered for him and said it was her earring, but it really wasn't. Like, yeah, so Austin Group, I'm done. And that's why, yeah, I agree with you. I stopped watching their videos, but there was a time where I was watching them because I love their kids, but now I'm like, damn, what's gonna happen when they're older and like seeing all these headlines about their parents.
Yeah, I feel like first let's take what Tana said with a grain of salt, but at the same time, like because it feeds into my distaste for Austin, I will semi believe it. But also, Austin gives me the vibes. They both give me the impression of just being money hungry and fame hungry, and I feel like in a way, Austin kind of like pressured Catherine to have more kids because when you're pregnant and you're giving birth, those give you views, but also at the same time when Kylie threw their baby shower for their second child, like his reaction to having a girl was just so disappointing and disgusting because he really wants a son. And I think he finally got a son with their third kid, but still, it's just like you can't be disappointed by the gender of your baby. I feel like that just screams misogyny and also like kind of like a little bit of narcissism. Like, why do you want a little boy so that you can have a little boy that's like you? It's just like, oh, Austin and ay.
So much for ending on a good note. Sorry.
Oops. I just ended. Okay, no, it's okay because the good note is they are suffering. But okay, I do pray for the kids. Like the kids, oh God. Like I remember watching this one video, not the Ace Family's video, someone else's video about them saying how like Elle is so like behind like developmentally, like she should be able to speak like have a bigger vocabulary and like speak more coherently and form proper sentences, but at her age at that point I think she was like 3 or something, she only knew a few words, so that is just like, so who knows. A lot of people want Catherine to leave him and just do her own channel. So
Supposedly she is starting her own channel. I heard that through the grapevine. Like, 'cause they posted a video that, like, they were, those clickbait titles, like, oh, breaking up or something like that. But then I read in, like, some comments of somewhere that she's actually going to start her own channel. And people are saying, like, oh, she's trying to slowly break away from the drama. But they're, of course, going to stay together. But she's, like, trying to not be so associated with Austin.
yeah, I feel like if she genuinely left him, I think I might give her a view or two.
Yeah, I agree. So hear that, Catherine?
I'm like, if she truly left him, because I mean, I feel like she does have a smartness to her, but I think her staying with Austin is not the move for her. But we will see. And that's where we're gonna end it. We'll just leave it on a cliffhanger. We will see.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, thank you guys. This episode was a lot.
Bye bye.
Bye.